Good morning, everyone. It is just after 11 a.m. and all the commissioners are present. So we'll begin the agenda meeting for today, Wednesday, July 2nd. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. There are three new orders today and one other closed item. But first, we do have minutes to approve from the June 18th, 2025 agenda. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, those minutes are approved. Oh, no, I think we're good. Did you vote? Okay. We're on a roll. Okay, first tariff in order today is in file number GC-2025-0276. Robert Davis, trustee, and the complainant versus Spire, Missouri, respondent. On June 20th, the commission issued an order rejecting this complaint after the complainant failed to correct the deficiency of not having an attorney to represent the trust on whose behalf this complaint was filed. The complainant then timely filed an application for a rehearing. Section 3-6500 states the commission shall grant an application for a rehearing if in its judgment sufficient reason therefore be made to appear. In the judgment of the commission, the applicant has not shown sufficient reason to rehear this request. Therefore, the order before us denies the request for rehearing. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Second tariff and new order today is in file number GC-2025-0241. The staff of the Missouri Public Service Commission complainant versus Spire, Missouri respondent. On March 3rd, staff filed a complaint against Spire regarding an incident that occurred while work was being performed on a 12-inch high-pressure steel distribution main, resulting in the injury of a contractor working on behalf of Spire. Staff's complaint alleged that Spire's decision not to drug test 8 employees after the incident and its failure to perform appropriate post-incident drug testing of the 8 employees after the incident violated the Commission's gas pipeline safety rules. Staff's complaint also made numerous recommendations intended to prevent future gas safety incidents. On June 10th, Spire and staff filed an agreement that states that the parties have reached an agreement and the complaint has been resolved. The agreement included a statement that OPC was advised of the agreement and does not object to it. The agreement requires Spire to pay $50,000 to the public school fund and requires Spire to inform the Commission of corrective actions, among many other items. After reviewing the agreement, I do believe this is a reasonable resolution of the issue, and the order before us approves it. With that, I recommend we approve the order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
Madam Chair, I support the order, but I do have a question regarding how the money gets to the school district.
I think it's constitutionally that all penalties that are assessed at the state are required to go to the state schools monies fund, but I could turn to our attorneys to tell me if that's correct.
Rodney Massman, General Counsel. Yes, Chair Hahn, that is correct. Commissioner Coleman, basically it is part of the Constitution that mandates that that's where those kind of penalties go. So there is no direct, other than we are the conduit that receives that money, we send it directly to the state treasurer's office, and then they deposit it into the school fund.
Okay, that's actually my question. How do we make sure the money gets where it's supposed to go so it comes through us?
Yes.
That's all I need. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sure.
Thank you, Commissioner Coleman. Commissioner Kolkmeyer?
Yes, I am in support of the order. However, I have a follow-up question, and that is, How is that distributed to the schools, or is it per pupil, per student allocated?
It goes to that credit of that particular school district that encompasses the area wherever the violation occurred. But we don't do that again, but that's something that's up to the state treasurer's office to figure out exactly how that apportionment is
It
made.
typically stays in that school district?
Yes, it does.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Kolkmeyer. Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Third tariffing order today is in file number EF-2025-0245 in the matter of the application of Evergy Metro for authority to issue debt securities. On May 8th, Evergy filed an application requesting authority to issue debt securities in an amount up to $450 million. Evergy stated in its application that the issuance will be used to repay $350 million of 3.65% senior secured notes that are due on August 15th and repay other indebtedness or finance capital investments. Evergy requested the Commission issue an order that is effective no later than July 10th. Staff made a filing and stated it had reviewed Evergy's request and recommended the Commission approve Evergy's application, subject to certain conditions, including a condition that the debt issuance will have a ceiling of 7%. No other filings were received. After reviewing Evergy's application and staff's recommendation, the Commission concludes that granting Evergy's request accords with Evergy's stated purposes, that the issuance of the debt securities proposed in the application is or will be reasonably required for those purposes, and that such purposes are not in whole or in part reasonably chargeable to operating expenses or to income. Thus, the order before us approves the application subject to staff's conditions. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. We do have a closed litigation item, but before we do that, we will go to scheduling so that after closed litigation, we can adjourn. So with that, scheduling. Next week, Tuesday, July 8th, we have a local public hearing in case WR-2025-0292 in the matter of the request for an increase in annual water system operating revenues for Environmental Utilities LLC, WebEx only at 6 p.m. with Judge Sire. Wednesday, July 9th, we have agenda at 11 a.m. Same on Wednesday, July 16th. We do have a series of local public hearings in case ER-2024-0261 the week of Monday, July 1st through July 25th, and that is for Liberty's authority to file tariffs increasing rates for electric service in its Missouri service areas with Judge Hatcher, and those are as follows. Monday, July 21st at Missouri Southern State University Corley Hall in Joplin at 6 p.m. Tuesday, July 22nd at the City Hall Council Chambers in Nixa, Missouri at 12 noon. Same night, Tuesday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Southwest Baptist University McClellan Joe Roberts Dining Room, or the Dining Hall, Bolivar, Missouri. Wednesday, July 23rd at noon at the City Council Chambers in Branson. The same evening, Wednesday, July 23rd at 6 p.m., WebEx only. Thursday, July 24th at noon at the Recreation Center in Aurora, Missouri, and then Friday, July 25th at 12 noon at WebEx only. We also, that same week, Wednesday, July 23rd, will have agenda at 9 a.m., followed by a public meeting of MISO and SPP that will be primarily virtual. It does say in room 310 at 9:30 a.m., but I think most attendees will be virtual for that. Also, Wednesday, July 30th, we have agenda at 11 a.m. Questions or modifications to the schedule? Okay. Hearing none. We do have a closed litigation item to consider, so I would make a motion that we go into closed session pursuant to section 610.0211.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Thank you for the motion, Commissioner Coleman. Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are in closed